welcome to the third video on this 12-string extended E9 Carter steel guitar. In that first video, we met up with Justy from Pedal Steel Revival in Minneapolis. He was able to save it from the closet of death, and did some repair work to it and got it to me. In that second video, we messed around with the copedent some and kind of compared it to a Fessenden on far as like how hard it is to change pulls, and we put some new rods in there. So now that I've got it figured out what I want the copedent to be, now I'm gonna take it to a real pro to have it totally re-rodded, get the pedal action real nice and smooth. So this Carter is gonna be taking a trip to Nashville, and this video is the start of that journey to it being a fully finished, beautifully playing steel guitar, just like it was when it was built, probably in the late 90s. Okay, so first things first, we got it in the case, and let's break it down. We're going to be flying southwest, so luckily this is under 50 pounds, so it'll go free. What a deal, right? And yeah, can't be any worse than mailing it UPS, right? So we got the rods in there. Break this down. So this actually, now that I think about it, is the kind of the fourth video we've had on this guitar, because we also did a video on getting parts for it, right? We got some parts from Michael Yall at psgparts.com. Got some new rods from him for the Carter and the Fessy. And hopefully soon we'll be doing a video on adding a compensator. So if you're not familiar what a compensator is, sometimes when we press our pedals it detunes a different string, right? And so we can use a rod to really slightly pull that other string back into pitch. For me, I like to put one on my first string, right? Because I do a lot of, when I'm pressing my A pedal, I'm usually playing the first string pretty close to it. I have a rod on my A pedal that just pulls that first string flat a little bit and gets it back in tune. Okay, so if you're ever getting a guitar restored, right? So we want to make sure we pack in all the parts. We got some extra nylon tuners, an extra bell cranks, springs, some of those barrels that the bell cranks need for a Carter, and just that extra stuff, All right, we've got the extra rods I got from Michael Yall, plus some other ones that I've just taken off that I don't think we'll need, but better to have it and not need it. You never know. This guitar is kind of old. Something could break. Maybe one rod it gets cut wrong. So if there's a mistake, it won't be a timely one, right? So we got those rods in there. And of course it doesn't want to fit, so I'll chop the end off of that. But anyway, we're ready to go to Nashville. All right, now we're back from Nashville. That was a super quick trip, right? Actually, it was. So you can see, got to go on a little plane flight. Took the guitar to Wayne Dahl. He actually helped design Rittenberry's Prestige guitar, so he knows what he's doing. When I met up with him, I thought I was going to be leaving it with him for a month, but he said, "No, how long are you going to be in town?" I was like, "Well, I'll be in town. I got to be at the airport Saturday at 1 o'clock." He was like, "Okay. I got to finish totally rebuilding Randall Curry's Franklin, but I should have that done today, and I can probably get it done." And I'm thinking like, "Yeah, okay, buddy." But sure enough, he called me Saturday morning, so I got it finished. So anyway, let's dive in. Let's put it together, and we can take a look. Okay, let me get the camera off the tripod and let's take a look. So the first thing you notice is just how everything is just straight across, right? Nothing's having to cross over each other. Like let's take the fourth string, right? So, or is that the third? Anyway, you can see how they line up through the different bell cranks, right? They're not like winding around. So he took the time to stack them on top of each other really nice. He did have to adjust some of the pedal action that you can see right down there. Let's see, brighten that up. You can see that right there's the stop, the little screw, which controls how far this travels. But also, right, it's just so much, the levers are just so much softer now that everything's been kind of rearranged. There's the vertical, and also just getting the copedan I want, right? Because everybody has their own tastes. We got the double stop on the D flat. All right, yeah, that's focusing on my hand. So cool. So let's get it put all together. It looks, man, yeah, it just looks great, right? So with these Carters, right, the end plate is a little different than some newer models. Then also the pedals are short compared to other models, which means that they're just going to be a little bit stiffer. But anyway, overall, I've already played it. It feels 1,000 times better, but let's put it together and listen to it. Okay, gang, first let's check out the copedent. So we got half step lower on 5 and 10 for the first pedal. Alright, very nice. Then whole step raise. Not used to these grips. There we go. Nice, alright. Of course, our B pedal, 3 and 6. C pedal, 4 and 5. And I believe I also added a raise on string 8. Cool, so we got that full step raise on 4 and 8 and 5. Okay, so then pretty much Emmons on the knee levers. So I've got 6 knee levers. I've got a left knee left that is my typical 8 and 4. Yeah. Right, E to F. I got the lower E to E flat, but I also have, you can't really see it, I've got another left knee left that's kind of further in on the guitar and tucked inside. So if I just move my knee in a little bit, and I chose to do a half step raise on 1 and 7, right? So F to G, right? And that gives me some of that cool, like Ralph Mooney stuff, right? There's that G. Okay, and then I've got a vertical knee lever, and all it's doing is lowering 6 a whole step. Okay, and then of course I've got my first and second string raises on right knee left, and then I also added a 7th string raise with that. Alright, so we got all 3 of those. And then typical 2 and 9 lower on right knee right. And on 9. Cool, so copedan's perfect. Let's just noodle around a little bit. So yeah, one of the reasons I got this was to get some of those lower strings. Because we play in drop Rob D a lot playing with Whitey. So it's nice just being able to get a lower register. So that's the main reason I got it. I'm gonna mess around with this for a few months, and if I decide I like it, I'm probably gonna ask Derek at Rittenberry to build me one, and then I'll put this one up for sale. So if you're in the market for a cheap 12 string, hit me up. As long as you're not in a rush, I'll play around with it for a while. But essentially, right, we picked it up on the cheap from Pedal Steel Revival. He put some work into it, messed around with the copedent, figured that out, how I want to deal with that. And then we took it to a guy that just knows what he's doing, right? And then now it plays like it was built not 25 years ago. Plays great. All right, hope you enjoyed the journey, and I will see y'all later.